Hi, I'm Ramona Mullins with Mullins Lawn Equipment, and this is Shop Talk. So this actually used to be a restaurant from the 1960s on. It was actually a laundromat at one point. So this is not what it looked like when we got it. It was in a very bad shape. We gutted it completely, and the lighting was a big deal because we are working with machines and we're working with parts, and being able to see things is very important. So of course we've got our safety glasses, not only for us, but for other construction workers. We keep them here on hand for we have the TVA down the road that comes in quite a bit. Interstate batteries have been a part of our journey here. For us, it's about a 45-minute drive into town, so having these on hand has helped us quite a bit with our trucks, our trailers, and of course providing it to the community because it wasn't here before. So we've got our T262 Shindawas. They're the ones that we've used for a really long time. They're our main weed eaters out in the field, and highly recommend them to anybody that's in this line of work. They're easy to start and very lightweight. Of course, Echo and Shindawa is the same company, but they've merged each other, and it's the same components for the most part, but some of these are made just a little bit beefier. They both have commercial and residential lines. The residential line is what I started with in 2010, and I had them for about 10 years before I even swapped over to a commercial side of it. These are very lightweight, and the way that you hold them is the vibration is very minimal. So our back wall, of course, is our chainsaws. Your 310s are great for homeowners or guys that are just starting out. They're only $199. This is a great saw to have in the truck just for anything that comes up any day of the week. Below them is going to be your 4910, so this is just going to have a little bit more power. So as we go down, we're going to add power to our fleet. The 590 Wolf is very comparable to your steel farm bosses, but the warranty is better, and it actually is easier to start, especially during the winter time. The tiller we use quite a bit when we're prepping sod jobs. This one runs about $349. It's very lightweight and easy to use. We are in a rural area, so a lot of our farmers will use this type of weed eater because they have a lot of fence lines to deal with. We do have the 58-volt brushless and battery-operated mower. This is also great for homeowners that are going eco-friendly. Then we've got our pressure washer here. We actually have this in our shop and utilize it on a daily basis in order to clean our equipment and the equipment that comes in from our customers. And this one runs about $5.99. Small price points, $1.99. These are great for homeowners to pressure wash their houses or their decks. During the wintertime, we do spread ice melt and salt, of course, and this is one of the ones that we use. Or even the RB60 is a really cost-effective for $129. You can, use it for the season and toss it if you have to, instead of spending $500–600. So this right here is actually a generator. So this is one of the biggest ones that Echo makes, the EG10000. These are great. They'll do so many things. Last year or the year before, we had a bunch of power outages, and we completely sold out. Everybody has loved them. They didn't even know that they existed until we brought them to town. So Echo has a line of maintenance kits, so we utilize these quite a bit, not only in our service department, but taking care of our own. This is going to be your PAS system, which is great and versatile because you can actually swap over whatever you need. If you need a paddle, if you need a broom, it's got the tiller attachments. So I highly recommend for anybody that's got a lawn care business, if you are on a budget and just starting out, get a system like this because you can do everything with it. And now you're able to add add-ons like bush trimming, or if you need to swap out you can swap out your weed eater head for something else that you need. You can trim bushes with it, you can till, it's just so versatile, and even power pruning. This is what I wanted to start out with because I can do it all with this one and only need one machine. Over here we've got some of our electric powered systems. We've got the bush trimmer, of course the chainsaws. I've cut up big trees like this with it before. It lasts you about 60 minutes on one battery. Great to have around, especially for the elderly, because they are more sensitive to the fuels, and you don't have to worry about carburetor work because you didn't clean it out in the winter and just left it. So this is actually one of my favorite ladders. We have this in a 10 and 12 footer, and this is a Hasawego ladder. It's actually an orchard ladder, but the way that it's set up, it can be on hills because the back will actually go down or up in order to compensate for hills. So it's a lot safer. And the one that we have actually has a platform that where you can lean on and be safe and have a harness on both sides to do the taller things. It's lightweight, 24 pounds, you can't really beat it. So I'd really recommend having one of these in your fleet if you do a lot of trimming. As you know, SureCan has been a partner of ours for forever. We used them before we even opened up the store. Everything in our store is things that we use in our daily lives in our lawn care business. We didn't realize in 2019 when we opened up the store that in 2020 we're gonna have, COVID take over. But because we had the inventory here already, when shortages were happening, all I had to do is just come into the store, get what I need, and go when other people would have to wait 6 months to get their inventory in. I stay very organized. As you can see, everything is organized. Some of them is serial numbers or part numbers, but mostly T265 is one of the weed eaters. So I just kind of divide everything into the specific areas so that way we can get to it quicker. This is actually your Green Touch series that we've used from the beginning. Some people like it, some people don't. I really like the security of it. They have updated a lot of the things that people were concerned with, like the fading of paint and things like that. So we're very happy with them and have continued partnership with them. Lately, having things stolen, especially on open trailers, has been very consistent. So having a system that protects your equipment and your business is highly recommended at this time. This area right here is basically parts for different engines. So we've got our Vanguard section and Briggs & Stratton that takes care of that line, from oils to oil filters to tune-up kits. Kohler is typically known for plumbing. Kohler engines, especially on rural areas, is really, really big. And I really didn't realize that until we became a store in this area. Oregon is a product, they basically manufacture everything for everyone. Like all your chains and things like that for Echo are actually made by Oregon. I mean, they're a great product and they do a lot of work for other companies. And Briggs & Stratton over here, we do a lot of work for them, especially because we do have Vanguard engines also. So most of the push mowers and things like that have Briggs & Stratton in them. So we keep a pretty well-stocked shelf for them. So you're looking at fuel filters, pull ropes for your push mowers, oil filters, air filters, carburetor cleaners, just anything to get your mower back on the road. Again, we're preparing for the winter time. We try to prepare at least 6 months ahead, because if you wait until last minute to grab anything or get any of these machines, you're just not able to. The products are limited, so staying ahead of the game and ordering at least 6 months ahead will keep you successful in this line of work. One of our biggest sellers is going to be the EG 3500. It's it's $5.99. It's affordable for all the homeowners, and it still gets the job done, gets the refrigerators going, and maybe a couple of heaters if they need it. The tailgater version is going to be your EGI 4000 or the EGI 2300. So this is definitely like the main area this year, the shortage in metal. So we try to stay stocked up, not only for our machines, but for everybody else that's out here working. You've got your mulching blades. They're very popular for the fall because of the leaves. It's kind of a double cut because it goes through here and then also cuts the grass. These are also mulching blades. They're just a different pattern. And then you have your regular high lift blades that we use on a regular basis during the season. Of course, gotta have it. Everybody that comes in here usually gets a shirt, just because, if they're willing to support us, we're willing to support them. And we really appreciate the community being willing to do that for us. This right here is one of the biggest sections that we keep in stock. Again, because we sell right mowers, we make sure that we have everything for them, from filters to oil filters to spindles, springs, these bolts. When you hit a nice stump, you bend it, so we keep these in stock heavily. Again, we're trying to stay ahead of the game and always plan 6 months ahead. I do recommend, especially because the shortages are only getting worse, I recommend that you guys go ahead and buy your oils, buy your filters for next year, because when you do need them, they're either going to be more expensive or they're not going to be, you're not going to be able to find them, and that's really going to hinder your productivity or your livelihood. Kawasaki is one of my favorite engines because it's bulletproof. I started my business with a Kawasaki engine. I love Kawasaki. I love their customer service. I love the people that work for them. They're very knowledgeable and put a lot of time and effort into us. They're very mindful of us as business owners and always wanting us to be successful and not pushing us to buy things that we do not need. Back to Green Touch. These are great for your trailers in order to hold your tires and mowers into place. I have not tried this line out. It is a very heavy duty line and it works really great in like tall fields and things like that. I do like the way that it's made because when you have tall grass, having all these ridges in here actually help cut it down quicker. Shin guards. I know these are goofy, guys, but these have saved my shins, and a lot of times guys do not like to wear long pants, especially during the summer. So these are great to just take on and off when you're weed eating and not end up with bloody ankles. So probably 25% of the tools in here is going to be safety. It's really hard to make it any more really than that, because with safety, you know, it's jackets, hats, making sure you're high vis, of course protection for your legs, protection for your eyes. So we cover every single part of what we need out in the field with it. Of course, the rest of it is going to be parts, because without them, we just can't function. So we have a couple of brand new standard Bs. These have been selling very well this year. Like new lawn care guys, this is a very affordable price range. They can buy 2 of these for the price of a ZK. They can buy one that's 32 inches and one that's 52, so they still get the bigger cut in it, but they can start their business at an affordable price and then move their way up to a more powerful machine. So we service them here, sell them here, and like I said, we wouldn't be selling them if we didn't believe in them or use them ourselves. Everything in here we have used for over 10 years, besides Wright. Wright has been about 4 years now, and we have been nothing but happy with it. Everything that they've said or promised with this product is true, from the low maintenance to the easy access to everything. I mean, everything is at your fingertips. It's great for a starter guy that doesn't have a lot of mechanic experience, like, you know, like I did back in the day, and just be able to do it yourself saves you so much money. So, of course, we're starving because we've been working all day. Today is one of my office days. I don't spend a lot of time here in the office. But Christy, my best friend over here, she helps me at least once a week keep all the bills paid, and she just goes, all right, girl, I need you to sign this, I need you to do this. So this is definitely the battlegrounds and behind the scenes of our success, is having good people that are willing to help us, because they know that we work our butts off. She has her own computer over there, but then I have mine here to where basically I can look up parts right here. And then this is going to be where we check everybody out. Lots of storage. You need lots of storage and have to be well organized to find everything. So I'm going to give you about 3 must-have items for us. One of these is going to be this kit right here. It's a heavy-duty kit in order to repair not only tires on your machines, but also on your mowers and trucks. We've used this kit for our truck tires quite a bit, and it has been something that we can't live without. Price on this thing is about $125.99, and it is totally worth it. It lasts quite a bit and will get you through more than likely the whole season. My next must-have item is twills. These have been an item that we cannot live without. We are in an area where new construction is booming, crazy, nails are everywhere. So for us, the first year that we were doing this, we just ran through tires like crazy, having a whole bunch of plugs in them, or they were cutting the tires if we ended up going through a tight gate. So having these tires right here has saved us hundreds of hours. Just in 1 year of not having any flats, the time and money that you save from doing that is totally worth the price of these. And they run probably around $550 area, but I highly recommend them. So we're gonna go look at another product of ours that we carry in here. It's called Incredibottle. The reason that is one of the must-haves is, especially if you're doing a lot of apartment complexes, you don't have a lot of time to go gas up again. So having this gassed up and put on your weed eater will save you time and steps. And a lot of our guys, they do a lot of commercial properties. So when you're out there weed eating for 3-4 hours, saving steps and not having to walk a half a mile to get to the fuel is awesome. Those are the 3 things that you can get, or should get actually, because it will save you time and money, and I just can't live without them.